Hello and welcome everybody to my YouTube page and blog. This is a guest blog for the Crafters Workshop Stencils, and that's the reason why this post is in English instead of my regular Dutch. So please forgive me if I say weird things or that I can't find the right word in English. It's not my native language. I'm Dutch. So for this blog post I decided to do a pocket page scrapbooking page, and I'm using a white cardstock and a variety of stencils together with Distress Oxide inks, and I'm using more techniques. I wanted to have a page with a lot of different layers, and I will cut it up to make pocket pages out of it. So I'm placing my stencil and I'm adding water color or the Distress Oxides watered down directly through the stencils, and I wanted to have it more of some spots, I want to say. So I'm using the packaging technique and adding it through a brush and then stamping the stencil off to my background. In that case I'm getting a lot of different textures and styles on my background. So this is the first layer. I'm gonna let it dry with the heat tool. It didn't need a lot of drying because it's I'm up in the attic and it's really hot out here in the Netherlands. So it doesn't need a lot time. It doesn't have a lot of drying time. I'm using this stencil from Art by Marlene, and I'm only using that curved girl. It looks like a seashell to me, and I'm using only blue and green colors from a Distress Oxides. It's Twisted Citron, Mermaid Lagoon, and Blueprint Sketch, and Peacock Feathers. Is it Peacock Feathers or Abandoned? Oh, I forgot the name. Cracked Pistachio, I think. So for my second layer, I'm also using this stencil from Rebecca Meyer, but I really wanted to have it more of a watercolor feel than the blending. So I'm blending it on, and while the stencil is still in place, I'm spraying it with water. And before lifting up my stencil, I dab it dry with a cloth, and it gives you a little bit of the watercolor feel and a little bit of the hard edges because of blending, and I like that combination. I also use this doily or mandala, I think it's called, but with blending tools, and I'm just adding it to all the spots that I think need extras. And this is the end of my layers adding with stencils with the Distress Oxides. So next step is adding drops, just splatters of all the colors I used. And when those colors are dry and splattered on, I went for the big splatters, by the way. When all those colors are on, I'm gonna use another stencil. That's the one with the dots down there, and I'm using that one with the silver modeling paste. And that modeling paste I'm just gonna add randomly through my page. It takes a while before it gets dry, but I already had printed my pictures, so in the meantime, when my paper is drying, I'm gonna cut up my papers and my pictures. I had to wait a little bit longer before my mixed media paper was dry, so I started with my page and I laid out all my white papers, and I added my pictures on the places where I wanted them to be. And the pictures that were full pictures, I got all my pictures a little bit smaller than my background. I attached those with my Scotch HEG gun, and the other two I leave them for now because I want to add some papers behind it. I'm gonna speed up the drying a little bit with my heat tool, and then I'm gonna cut them down with my paper trimmer. The pocket pages are 4x6 and 3x4, but I want to add a white border on all of them. So my big media paper is going to be cut on, I have to say it correctly, the 4x6 will be 5 3/4, and 3 by 3/4. We use inches or not inches but centimeters, but I always just slide it through the 4 and then take it a little bit back to a 1/4. So it's a 1/4 less than the 4 by 6. I hope it makes sense. It's really hard to explain. After that, I'm gonna punch a starburst with my EK Success punch, and we'll add that to one of the white papers, and that's gonna be just my card. And all the other papers are gonna be adhered down, stuck down with some tape, and are gonna be just the full pages. For this picture, I wanted to add some strips, so I'm just cutting up some strips with my scissors. And I'm gonna make a banner shape out of it with my 2-pointed flag punch from EK Success. And I'm cutting it up 2 or 3, but I'm only using 2 in the end. And I will just adhere those down as well with the tape. And I like it that I used colors that are complementary but also stand out next to each other. I adhere everything down that I know is gonna be on that place. And I'm switching out the one with the circle and the full color page because that I think makes more sense. I'm placing all my pictures and cards straight to each other, so I can add a little bit of modeling paste. I'm using the white silver one, and I'm just placing my stencil over my pictures and my cards and adding randomly the dots. And I like that because it gives a little bit more of a cluster already, or a base for my clusters or embellishments. And I like how that looks. It just needs a little bit of drying time. So I'm adding it basically to all the pages and pictures. I think I left one untouched. And the biggest card, that's going to be my title card, is going to have 2 of the embellishment clusters. So I'm gonna clean it all up, and then I'm gonna wait for drying, and then I'm gonna add some stickers. I'm adding these stickers. I think they're from Amy Gendrine, and it says fun, and the other one says family, and that's a perfect big title for this 4 by 6 card. I'm not gonna add a lot of embellishments. My starburst was not in the middle of my paper, so I'm gonna rip it off and and tape it down back again. And I'm using some small ephemera from Simple Stories. I think it's the Good Vibes or the Hello Summer collection, and I really like this small sentiment stickers or little word stickers. And I'm gonna add, I think, to all of the pages I'm gonna add one of these stickers. And I just like how they finish the page. So I'm not gonna add a ton more, just some more stickers, and I'm also gonna add some lining with my pen and some journaling, and I think then all is done. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you to skip to the end, or that you're still here with me in my broken English. Thank you for watching, and I hope you visit my channel more often. It may be in Dutch, but for all the Dutchies, thank you for understanding and listening to my English. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Give my channel a thumbs up, or this video a thumbs up, and subscribe. Bye!